Even A-list actors need to earn a paycheck.
Any of this sound familiar?
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 bad movies with good actors.
Hello, Mrs. Joy. Hello.
For this list, we've picked a bunch of bad movies that somehow attracted good actors to attach themselves to the project. We've judged the movies based on critical reception and box office numbers, and we judged the actors based on past projects and their reputation for giving good performances.
Oh, this is fun.
Number 10, Al Pacino and Christopher Walken, Gigli.
You don't around!
This movie may go down as one of the worst ever made.
It's almost too stupid for mine to grasp.
It seemed like a terrible excuse for real-life couple Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck to star in a movie together.
It means you're not my type.
Is that right?
If anything, it only worked to hurt the reputations of them, Pacino and Walken.
Somewhere a mistake has been made.
The laughable dialogue, a nonsensical plot, and an indecipherable title led the movie to be yanked from theatrical release after only 3 weeks.
And I am very concerned about the way things have turned out here.
Audiences stayed away from the film, and it made a paltry $7.3 million, despite its budget of $75.6 million.
This is one of those mysterious cases. Unsolvable, probably turn out to be an alien abduction, but we're obligated to at least create the appearance of due diligence.
Number 9, George Clooney, Jeff Bridges, Kevin Spacey, and Ewan McGregor, The Men Who Stare at Goats.
Oh. Sorry, didn't mean to wake you.
Based on a novel of the same strange name, the film boasted an all-star cast of Hollywood's finest leading men and great character actors.
There's always bad apples.
Unfortunately for them, this movie didn't offer enough depth for their skills.
Well, the hooker thing is definitely a lie.
Met with mixed reviews, the film was meant to be of the dark humor variety. Instead, most of the humor fell flat, and the film suffered from a lack of purpose while trying too hard to be smart.
Let it go!
The one bright spot was Clooney's performance, which rose above the lackluster film.
Tell everybody what happened. It's your job now.
Number 8, Leonardo DiCaprio, J. Edgar.
Edgar? Edgar? Am I boring you?
This was obviously a vehicle meant to earn DiCaprio an Oscar, but it was the wrong choice on his part.
My mother calls me Edgar, my niece calls me J.E., and I signed John E., not John.
Based on the life of the infamous FBI director J. Edgar Hoover, DiCaprio was actually hailed for his performance and the depth he brought to the character.
I am responsible for thousands of arrests, sir.
Unfortunately for him, the story around him lacked focus, was confusing, and wasn't exactly historically accurate.
And he said, and I quote, "You go ahead and investigate those cocksuckers."
The production seemed haphazard, and DiCaprio's makeup was poorly done.
I know it's hard for you to imagine today, but there was a time where the average American feared for their safety and survival, Agent Smith.
Even he couldn't elevate that many things working against him.
Do you consider our reputation petty, Mr. Tolson? No, And order the wires.
Can we at least discuss this?
After you've ordered the wires.
Yes, sir.
Number 7, John Travolta and Forrest Whitaker, Battlefield Earth.
Put it on my tab.
You don't have a tab.
Does anyone even remember this movie? The fact that it's pretty forgettable may be the best thing about it.
I didn't think you'd mind.
Starring Travolta and Whitaker, two critically acclaimed actors, the movie was an adaptation of a novel by L. Ron Hubbard, the founder of Scientology.
A monster! A beast! Yeah! The stories are true.
Travolta had to fight to get the film made, and it shows.
It's a disgrace to my entire family line.
The script was horrible, the story incomprehensible and filled with plot holes, and the production looked amateur.
I've wasted my time,
haven't I?
The film won 7 Razzies that year, but somehow it did not kill either actor's career.
How about giving your old teacher a clue as to who this might be?
You insult yourself, sir. You know you taught me better than now.
Number 6, Daniel Day-Lewis, 9.
I can't make this movie.
Based on a musical of the same name and the Federico Fellini film 8½, this movie had big shoes to fill, but failed miserably.
Sleep, then come back here and make a good movie.
Day-Lewis had a supporting cast that included many beautiful and talented actresses, including Penelope Cruz, Sophia Loren, Marion Cotillard, and Dame Judi Dench.
She was the best thing in the movie.
It's true.
But instead of feeling fresh and sexy like it was intended, the movie felt overly long and lacked a clear vision.
Is this true?
It sounds fantastic. I can't wait to see it.
Somehow, though, 9 fooled Hollywood and was nominated for 4 Oscars, but luckily didn't take home any wins.
Old friends, I have to come clean with you. There is no movie. I can't pretend anymore.
Number 5, George Clooney and Matt Damon, The Monuments Men.
Monuments Men. Signed by Roosevelt. Oh, I see that.
This film was Clooney's 6th directorial effort, in which he starred alongside Damon, Cate Blanchett, Bill Murray, Jean Dujardin, and John Goodman.
They're taking it pretty easy on us. I think they feel sorry for us old guys.
Instead of showing off his talents as an actor or director, the movie was forgettable almost immediately upon release.
That's too bad.
It's tough to single out one actor as having given a particularly bad performance, but many characters seem to lack motivation or believability.
Well, if it weren't for us, you'd be speaking German.
No. If it wasn't for you, I might be dead.
Clooney claimed that the majority of the story was historically accurate, but some historians disagree.
We believe that there are pieces of art in that mine that we've been tasked to find.
Whatever the case, the film was dead on arrival.
You think 30 years from now, anyone's going to remember that these men died for a piece of art?
Number 4, Sean Penn, All the King's Men.
Every man a king, every man a king.
A political drama starring Hollywood A-listers like Sean Penn, Jude Law, Anthony Hopkins, and Kate Winslet sounds like Oscar bait, but this movie was the exact opposite.
It's not so bad, it's not gonna be.
The director claimed to have adapted the film solely from the novel of the same name, but many saw it as a lesser remake of the 1949 film.
If I win, you're out of politics.
Despite some of the changes in the plot.
If, as you say, there's only bad to start with from conception on, and that good must be made from bad, then how do you ever know what the good is?
The movie lacked the sharpness a political thriller should have, and there were missed opportunities in creating parallels to modern politics.
He fought the politics, built that schoolhouse with rotten brick and bolts. But he lost.
Number 3, George Clooney, Batman and Robin.
Hi, Freeze. I'm Batman.
Arguably the worst movie in the Batman canon. George Clooney was lucky he was already considered such a heartthrob, or this could have irrevocably damaged his career.
I know. And you are?
The movie was campy, but not in a good way.
That's why every Poison Ivy action figure comes complete with him.
There were too many snappy jokes with no substance, which made the story hard to care about.
This is why Superman works alone.
Clooney looked silly in the outfit, which was awfully designed, and included visible nipples.
There's something about an anatomically correct rubber suit that puts fire in a girl's lips.
Batman and Robin was so unsuccessful, it led Warner Brothers to cancel the follow-up film, Batman Triumphant.
Hey, Freeze. The heat is on.
The series wasn't resurrected until almost 10 years later, with Batman Begins.
Please, show some mercy.
Mercy? I'm afraid that my condition has left me cold to your pleas of mercy.
Number 2, Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, Righteous Kill.
That was righteous.
It seems like De Niro may be playing a trick on audiences with some of the choices he's been making later in his career.
I'm sorry, Bond. I'm really sorry.
When people think of a De Niro film, they expect a gripping story with an unmatched performance.
Good old days. We used to let the perps bleed out and call off the ambulance. Calm.
Righteous Kill did not deliver.
Good. Whatever you say.
To add to the insult, Al Pacino was also in the film.
Oh, shit.
Which should have elevated the movie's so-so plot.
You wouldn't mind. But that's not why I'm here.
Instead, the two men seemed to be above the material they were given.
What would it look like if we didn't go?
The movie lacked suspense and held little mystery, despite being advertised as a thriller.
You know, you sort of get numb to it.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable, or in this case, dishonorable mentions.
You are such a slut.
Lucky girl.
Oh, sorry. Oh my God.
There it goes.
Dad, aren't you gonna be cold?
No. There's nothing like New York air.
It relates to the city. The city's, it sticks out. It's curvy. It's good. What?
You son of a bitch. How dare you stand there and say that to me?
Having fun, Mr. Hayes?
Number 1. Hugh Jackman, etc., movie 43.
It is the one movie that can bring down society as we know it.
Talk about an overbloated cast.
It's a huge, bushy catastrophe down here.
This movie seemed to have every Hollywood heavy in it, including Elizabeth Banks, Kristen Bell, Emma Stone, and Kate Winslet. While it was hard to watch those actors in it, it was especially hard to see Hugh Jackman packing testicles on his neck, since he had earlier seen much critical acclaim and earned an Oscar nod.
Yeah. Again?
A bit more on the left, left side of dribbly bit.
This movie was universally panned for its incoherent plot, lack of plausible characters, and reliance on gross-out humor. One critic praised the film as a masterpiece of tastelessness. Ouch.
We'll do one kiss on the forehead. One peck on the forehead.
We don't need to.
Ready?
But we really don't.
Two.
We don't need
Okay,
to
ready?
at all. We really...
Do you agree with our list?
The man?
Which good actors were in the worst movies?
Oh, you're too much!
For more can't-miss top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
So, all right. Done, right?
Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out these other great WatchMojo videos.